Hello, this is another stream where Hoarder66 asked someone to go live. So this is for you, Hoarder, and I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the invite into the jungle. So who knows what shit's gonna happen? I'm just typing in there now, and let's see what crazy shit happens. Hey Dina, hey Hoarder. So because you asked, Hoarder, we're gonna rotate between my Star Wars avatars. So what the fuck do we want to talk about right now? What the fuck do we want to talk about? Hoarder says, tell us about it. I'm not sure what that grammar means. A favorite and most hated minifigs of all time. You're not it. I still don't. Oh, okay. Tell us about your favorite and most hated minifigs of all time. Okay, well, it's probably harder to answer my most hated. So, my favorite minifigure of all time is the original Octan Worker from 1992. And by default, because it's now part of my sig fig, the original airport worker that has the blue baseball cap and the blue pants. Also, probably the train worker from the mid-90s that has the yellow train worker jacket. And there's one from the 2000s, which I also have a lot of nostalgia for. I'm just trying to remember the description because it's one that I grew up with. Just trying to think of it. Crap, what was it? It's the one. Oh yeah, it's the one that all the Men in Black type workers with their suits wore. I'll try find because there's a police set from the World City theme that had it. So I'm gonna search for Lego World City Police and see if the minifigure pops up. Let's go to Bricklink. Actually, no. Let's go to the fandom. Let's go to Wikipedia and see if I can find it. Let's see if it's on Wikipedia somewhere. Yeah, I think it's I think one of the sets it's in it might be in set 7032 Highway Patrol and Undercover Van. Let me just check for the minifigures in that set. Policeman World Sitting. No, it's not in there when I search for that. Why? That's I don't know why it does that. Oh, it's not. It doesn't bring up that proper image. What about the squad car? Does it have pictures for them? No. But there's one of the World City Police sets that has it. Or it might be a train set from World City. Can't quite remember. You know, let's just go to the train sets instead. See if it's in one of the train sets. I'm searching for it. What about high-speed train car? No, it doesn't give it doesn't give pictures. Ah, it's actually undercover cop. Yes, here it is. Here's the picture for it. So I'm going to share the screen. It's the undercover cop from World City. I really like that torso because it gives kind of the Men in Black vibes. I really like that suit and tie torso. Um, yeah, I was just messaging someone on Instagram. Yeah, so that's one. So like those are the four I can think of, and least well, most haters. See, I'm not really big of a minifigure person, so it's hard to identify ones that I absolutely hate. And I'm going to take this off the screen. Let me get this off of the screen. Crap. Most hated minifigures. That's a tough question. I'm trying to think of some of the minifigures I grew up with. See, there were some torsos in particular that have the stickers on them, but that are bad quality, but the stickers on them look nice. So that's a really tough question. You really stumped me there. You really stumped me. Oh man, that's a really good question. Actually, I think I remember a construction worker. Lego minifigure construction worker. And let's see if let's just go to Google Images and see if I can bring it up. Because there's one particular torso which I just really don't like. Yes. No, that's not from Bricklink or Brickset. See if I can try find it from Bricklink or Brickset. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it's a blue undershirt with orange overalls. A lot of these construction workers are either all orange for the high safety, or instead of or they reversed the colors. So let's see if wait, is that from no? That's not from Brickset or Bricklink either. But hang on, is that a different version of that torso? Because I want the one with the all blue at the back. And for what? Yes, here we go. Here's a Wikipedia listing for it. No. It was there. Why'd you just disappear on me? Yeah, here we go. We're going to share this. And whenever I see it, I just think it's inferior looking compared to others out there. So Wikipedia calls this the street cleaner. I don't know why. I just really don't like this torso. I don't like it. I think it feels a little bit too blocky. That's just my personal taste. Hoarder says, I find that most people like a fig if they like the character they're based off. I find that that are like figs that Lego makes the most crazy parts for. Example, Queen Amidala. Yeah, when it comes to crazy minifigure pieces, I think of Ursula from the Lego Disney CMFs. Um, I think of some of the marine legs from the Atlantis sets. I think of I think of some of the Star Wars species. Yeah, those are the ones that come to my mind about figures, which I think are really cool, based upon some of their uh, based upon some of their bodily functions. So I'm going to close some of these tabs. But yeah, if anyone doesn't know, um, myself and TMC Heather are doing fortnightly 2-part streams, going through through the minifigures. Right now, we're going through the evolution of the minifigure, where we point out some of the graphic design changes and how certain figures have evolved over time. Like if they change hair pieces or whatever. How do you join? The invite is in the jungle. The invite is in the jungle. But you previously said that you had some microphone or some camera issues. You know, the great thing is about some of my tech is that in September, um, the National Broadband Network, which handles all the broadband internet in our country, they did they did some massive upgrades to the system where the higher paying customers gotten faster speeds, and we were paying for 100 megabits per second as a download speed, which gave us 20 megabits per second of upload speed, and it used to take me 2 hours to render and upload in 4K resolution at 60 frames per second a 10-minute YouTube video. Now it only takes me half an hour to do that. Yep, you're more than welcome to do that, Hoarder, um, because that's why I put the invite in the jungle if anyone from the jungle wants to join. And Dina, if you're still out there, you can join if you want to as well. Yeah. Anyway, so I really need. So I don't know what's going on with the YouTube algorithm, but I don't know if it's just the time of year or anything, but my views have absolutely tanked. They've absolutely tanked. I've had one video pop off since I did my last city update that got more than 100 views, and there's Hoarder.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. I
Okay,
got a
cool.
brand new phone yesterday, so hopefully this works right.
Is it Apple or Samsung?
Samsung.
Yeah, and as an iPhone nerd, I'm gonna I'm gonna laugh in your face. Ha 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 ha.
Dude, I can't. My mom has iPhone. I hate iPhone. I've never been good with iPhone. It's like it's one of them things. You either have iPhone and love it, or you have Android and you love it. It's always one or the other.
Yep,
And
because
I never know anybody that loves both of them.
you end up pledging your allegiance to one or the other.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so
Anyway,
I built this. I built
actually,
this
I'm gonna
just
do.
as a joke because in the shows, some of these characters are really, really slow. Why is my camera backwards like that? I gotta fix that. I don't know how to fix that though.
Also, if you rotate, your phone, we'll get the widescreen.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like it's backwards. Like this is my right hand, but it's showing it on the left, and it shouldn't be because it's my normal camera. Like it should be normal.
Yeah, that happens with some people's settings.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll figure it out later. That's gonna get really confusing. Going the wrong way. Oh, that's so weird. Anyway, so I joined because I got plenty of minifigures out here, and we can talk trash about some of them.
Yes.
Mainly, all right. So this guy's head. Hold on, let me bring the light. Have you seen the? Have you seen the new Goonie set?
Yeah, I was watching Howling and Bowling 3 hours ago, and they were showing some of the new images the that got released about that.
Now, I've seen this character has the pirate hat on in that set, which is cool because that means this character is kind of going to remain special, I guess, in a way. But I want that set, and that's going to be a problem because if you don't get it in the first couple of days of that gift with purchase, you don't get those other two characters. How you feel about that?
Yeah, well, the thing with gift with purchases is I don't like it when there's something that should have been already included in the set that they tack on as a gift with purchase. Like everyone and their uncle and their grandpa has complained about it. The filter should have been included with the aquarium, and the TIE fighter should have been included with the $1,000 Death Star.
Yes. Yes, every single one of those is correct.
Um, hey Heather, hey Zelda, you guys have invites via the jungle if you want to hang out. And yo, Cliff, you have an invite as well via the jungle if you want to hang out. And actually, Heather, Hoarder got on here to test his new phone, and he wants to talk crap about some minifigures. And I'm always up for talking crap about minifigures if my friends want to do so.
That's a weird one there.
I can imagine that was a good episode of Clicking and Bricking earlier. Did we just get into the Black Void?
Into the Black Void. Oh, my bad. I got plenty of figures. I'm just trying to find good ones to make fun of.
Yeah. You know, one of the minifig. Wait. What was it? There's some minifigures which I always like to make fun of, but I'm. It's off the top of my tongue, and I'm just drawing a blank right now. It's all of it's all of the action themes which use the anime eyes from the early 2000s. Yeah, because there are some really strange minifigures which have eyes that are really spread far apart, and they have noses and freckles, and they have printed teeth. Like in my opinion, minifigures should not have printed teeth. That's just me. They should not have printed teeth. I'm even talking about the pirates that have the gold tooth printed on them. I don't like it when they have printed teeth.
All right, so like him with his he's got a couple printed teeth in there. It's really hard to see. I can't get this camera to.
Yeah. Hey Kenneth, it's good to see you here, buddy. Yeah, so everyone that I've roped in here right now, you can blame it all on Hoarder.
Hey man, I just didn't feel like going to bed yet.
Yeah. And I'm running on fumes, so I still have just the slightest energy to go live.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that you did go live.
You know, whenever you ask someone to go live, I'm just going to do it as for joke streams now. I think I'm gonna have to make a playlist out of this stuff now. And speaking of playlists, if anyone wants to see the live streams that Heather and I are doing, I got the link for the playlist on one of my Instagram stories right now, and probably tomorrow I'm gonna do a community post posting that same link. So Kenneth's making a Lego replica of the USC Millennium Falcon. Now, I don't know what the University of Southern California has to do with the Millennium Falcon.
I have the old man. I'm like reading the light. I got this Millennium Falcon. It's all destroyed. I gotta clean up. I got the dark one. I gotta build. Whenever I get around to it.
The Dark Falcon has some desirable minifigures in there.
It's right here. My favorite minifig from this year. I don't know why I love that guy.
He's got Wait, is that a sand green head?
Yes. Yep.
That almost reminds me of some of the troll orcs I got with the Tower Raid set from the Fantasy Castle era.
Yeah. Well, I thought, their heads are sand green, aren't they?
Yeah, they're sand green, and that new style orc that came in the CMF Series 24 that had the olive green instead of the sand green, kind of like how the new style Jabba the Hutt that came with the 2013 or 2012 Jabba's Palace was olive green compared to the original one that was in the sand green.
Right. We're on my there's some, I see some Friends figures. I'm trying to find like the regular city figures.
Yeah, the only thing I like about the Friends mini dolls are their hair pieces. because some people might remember me saying it on the two-part stream for part 3 and 4 that I did with Heather on Friday night from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Eastern, is that I bought 110 of the original Olivia's hairpiece because I think that hairpiece is so good. Someone was selling 110 on Bricklink, so I bought it.
There was a hairpiece from Friends from like the very first wave that was worth a good amount and they didn't remake it until like 2 or 3 years ago. And I had that hairpiece on one of the figures, and then as soon as they made it, the price dropped. It was like a $13 or $14 hairpiece. But yeah, that's the old one was that color. It was the same green, and then you're talking about the where is it? Oh. I got the.
Yes, that's the newer style of the Jabba the Hutt. Was that from the Jabba's throne room set?
Yeah, the 2012 set.
Oh, okay. Well, if it was the 2012
or 2013, whatever.
Well, if it was the 2012, that was the Jabba's palace, and that
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
and that was when they released the Rancor pit in the same year.
Correct. I just took those sets apart last week because you don't really use those for anything. Like all these sets people display, I don't see a point in it if it's not like complete.
I just remembered an incorporation. I think I can hear my voice on your end. Echo, echo, echo. Okay, it's gone now. There's a mock that a Jane Bricks made that featured Jabba the Hutt, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, he re-uploaded it on his Jane's Brick World channel. So let me just find it. Because it used the 2013 version of Jabba the Hutt, and it's by far the coolest incorporation of Jabba the Hutt in any Lego creation that I've ever seen. So I'm gonna share the screen, and I'm gonna take you on a little bit of a nostalgia trip because this is what the Jane Bricks logo used to look like.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember Jane Bricks way back in the day.
Yeah, this is when his channel. Well, that's when he kind of transitioned from the CCBS side of Lego to the system side of Lego, and I always remember this old graphic. Please no first or other other numbered spam. I always liked that graphic. You know what? I'm going to screenshot that right now.
Gonna use it yourself?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna screenshot that, and I'm gonna use it in some of my own shit.
Yeah, why not?
Because I think it's such a good graphic.
Why do people do that anyway? Like, it was one thing when it was a bunch of eight-year-olds doing it, but I'm seeing like full-grown adults that have done that, and I just don't understand the point.
Yeah, it's super weird. I don't know why. I think it just got popular one day, and now everyone does it. So if this is so you can see that center screen. How cool does Jabba the Hutt look in there?
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's pretty nice. That would work right next to a mock of Dexter's Diner.
Yeah, yeah. Because I always thought that this would look really cool, in a Mos Eisley's, set layout.
Well, have you ever watched Spaceballs? Because I would
No,
absolutely love for somebody to make a Pizza the Hut figure.
no, I've never seen Spaceballs. The only Star Wars media that's not a fanfic I've ever seen was A New Hope.
Oh, wow.
And it's because I think it was about the time when Rise of Skywalker came out. There was a pop up movie channel on our cable TV. That was Star Wars month, and so when that was up, I told myself, you know what, I can't go my whole life without watching a Star Wars movie. As a non Star Wars fan, but someone who respects Star Wars as a franchise, and so I decided to watch A New Hope because it was the OG, and I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's what most people would consider to be the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah, and so
So,
and so
good
when it
choice.
when it and so when it comes to the behind the scenes shit, um, that people talk about in Star Wars, that's probably what I care about the most. And I've but probably my favorite piece of behind the scenes shit in the history of Star Wars was actually from Empire Strikes Back, when because Yoda was originally gonna be um an he was gonna be a hand puppet with a rubber mask, but then Frank Oz told George Lucas, "That's fucking dumb, George." And so
Yeah.
and so and so Yoda, like the Ewoks, ended up becoming an animatronic instead. That's my favorite piece of behind the scenes shit about Star Wars in history. That's fucking dumb, George.
Yeah, there's a lot of good behind the scenes stuff, but there's just too much to say. You'd have to. We could sit here and talk about behind the scenes stuff of just any one movie all night long. You know what I mean? There's a lot to it.
Yeah, but the
I've never seen a franchise where people are like so ingrained into it. Like people have made all their own content for it. There's,
yeah,
all the people that have written books that they just, make up their own shit because they love it so much. It's crazy.
yeah, and the reason why I went down that rabbit hole after seeing this on screen is because of how Jabba the Hutt was originally going to be a Scottish guy with a fur coat.
Yeah, human Java. That's
Yeah, because wasn't that deleted scene in in the VHS of the special
yeah.
of
It was
the special
originally it was a deleted scene, and then and when they redid them or whatever, they included it in like when they re-released it right before the prequels. They included that scene and changed it so that it was the actual Jabba there instead of the guy. So
and they
like that scene was in the theaters when it came back out, like in '99 or whenever the hell it was. So you did actually get to see it, but yeah, the guy was out of it. He's only in the deleted scenes.
yeah, and I think that's also where the controversy came about who shot first. Was it Han or Greedo? All that shit.
Well, yeah, because he definitely shot first. He was the only one that shot originally, like right as Greedo is gonna shoot, he shoots him first. Like Then they take that out, and then they make it look like, oh, he shot and missed, and they switched it up like 8 times. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, because that because the second most well, my second favorite thing I love about the Star Wars fandom is the way they argue about all the shit that happened in the special sure editions. But I want to
Yeah.
show you. I want to show what my favorite is, and I actually need to go to Wikipedia for it. I need to go to. I need to go to Wikipedia. Um, and there's a what's his name? I'm just gonna Google and Moss Eisley's Cantina. Moss Eisley Cantina, and see if there's any character bios that comes up there. Yeah, Amora Richard Hive of Scum. Is there? Do they list it? Yes, the characters. There's a character subsection. I hope this guy's in there. Is it not going to let me click on it?
Which guy are you looking for? Are you looking for the human Jabba?
No. There's
Or someone else?
there's a shark-haired guy that appears
Oh,
for half a second in one of the background shots in Moss
yeah, I
Eisley.
know what you're talking about.
I think it's Moma Ithom or something. I'm gonna try search for this shit. I'm just gonna search Star Wars Moma Ithom and see if anything comes up. Mon Mothma shows up.
There's so many background characters in Star Wars.
How about Momar Naden? What about him? No, that's not a shark head guy. Um, ah, um, I'm just gonna. How about Star Wars shark head guy and see if anything comes up. Um, no. Oh, this is gonna kill me now. I'm trying to remember. Or maybe it was no, sorry, Ithor. Yes. Um, yeah.
An Athorian?
Yeah.
An
Yeah.
Athorian is that slug guy, though. That's not a shark-looking guy.
Well, it might be someone twisted their facts, but this is what what Wikipedia says. So
Gotcha.
Momar Naden, also known as Hammerhead, was a male
Okay.
Ithorian who was exiled from his homeworld of Ithor as punishment for revealing the agricultural secrets of his species to the Galactic Empire in order to save the planet. He spent his exile on Tatooine and sympathized with the Alliance to restore the Republic during the Galactic War era. Some random Star Wars fans came up with all of this shit, all
Right.
of this for
Right.
someone that appeared on screen for half a second. That is what I love most about Star Wars fans.
Dude, I was going over this with somebody the other day. Like, there are people that know Star Wars history. There are people out here that know, like, the economics of different planets better than
Yeah,
I know anything in the real world. Like they're like, well, this apartment was way too much, but if if you figure in that the government helped her pay for it and blah blah, it's like, are you serious? Who gets this information?
Yeah, because
It is crazy, man. It is.
like that's what I love so much about Star Wars fans is
They love it.
they will invent canon for almost everything that appears on screen. And George Lucas and David Filoni may not give a flying fuck, but the fans do.
Finally, I just took forever.
Yeah.
I was digging trying to find this guy. Here you go. Here's an Authorian.
Yeah, so I'm going to take this off of the screen now because that was
Yeah,
itching at my core.
it's so this thing is supposed to be a slug. They say hammerhead because it looks like that, but it's a slug guy. But there
Very
actually
jolly.
is like a shark. There actually is a shark species in the Clone Wars cartoon. He's like a general or something. I don't really remember much of him because it's kind of a dumb character. They're just trying to turn every animal into a character. You know what I mean? I think that it kind of gets stupid when they start doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like when they have actual different aliens, it's fine. But it's like, oh, a shark alien, a spider alien. Like, oh, come on, come off with something better.
Yeah, it's kind of like how first they had the mouse droid, then they had the spider droid, then they had all of the other animal shaped droids.
This guy here, man, I like him. I mean, I hate him as like a character, but like he was written well. You see, you didn't get. You said you've only watched the one. Yeah, I really wish you would watch more because you of all people, you hold information very well. So you'd be
Yeah.
able to call out stuff that a lot of people can't because you simply are able to remember the stuff better.
Yeah, because they were talking about that on Hauling and Bowling actually, because because one of the hosts was making a comparison between what the Goonies set could do for the Lego group to to what um what Costco does with their hot dogs and rotisserie chickens, and I was the only one who actually understood what the fuck they were trying to say. No, I'm not going to Bricktastic. I'm trying to go to a different convention every year until I'm 30. But I
That makes
really
sense.
but I really hope that with all the convention stuff that the Brick Fair franchise is dealing with right now, that they will be able to go to Chantilly in South Virginia in 2026 because that expo center is going to be turned into an IKEA soon. So I really hope that the management can hold one last event at that particular expo center because that is in Heather's backyard and it would be really convenient for a bunch of us if
Yeah.
if I'm able to go there to have fun together, including a potential road trip up I-95 to Brickhive's house.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm only like an hour away from Brick Fair, Virginia myself, and then shit, Brick Hive's like 40 minutes from my house. Well,
Yeah,
maybe a
because
little longer now because the Key Bridge got knocked down, but still, roughly. So, hey, real quick, just wanted to say this is your copy
is that
of
the
Mon Mothma.
yeah so that's the Mon Mothma that we're gonna trade for at Brick Fair, Virginia, because I've got a Sigfig lined up for you. And you don't have a Sigfig, do you?
Yeah, I got a sick thing.
Okay, yeah. So when we do our Sigvig trades, I'm gonna get that Mon Mothma because Mon Mothma, I just really like that character, and particularly if anyone's ever watched the Family Guy versions of the original trilogy, Angela played Mon Mothma in um what was the Family Guy version of um Return of the Jedi? It's a trap in season 9.
Oh, the Mon Calamari guy. Oh God, why can't I remember his name all of a sudden?
Admiral Akbar.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because the only reason why I like Mon Mothma is because she was the one that said the many Bothans died for blah 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 and blah blah blah. I just
I tell
like
you what,
that quote.
you should, if you didn't, since you haven't watched much, if you ever get the chance, you should watch her speech in the Andor show at
Yeah.
the end of season 2. It is great.
If I ever was going to watch another piece of Star Wars media, it would probably be Return of the Jedi, just so that I can understand the fuel. No, sorry, just so that I can understand the full rage of pure rant fury about how impossible it is for a bunch of stupid forest creatures to defeat the Empire.
Yeah.
Because Ewoks can totally defeat the Empire, can't they?
Well, had they put the shield generator on any other planet, maybe they'd have been all right. But that's where they screwed themselves up. I don't understand why blowing up the Death Star completely took out the Empire. They had people all over the galaxy. Like, yeah, the Emperor was supposedly gone as far as we were supposed to know, but you find out later he wasn't. He's been cloning himself the whole time. So realistically, why did it fall apart? There was no reason. One base blew up. Big deal. You know what I mean? That makes no sense in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and I think people would have criticized George Lucas enough about how unrealistic that was, which is why in the prequels they really tried to hit it home that that the would that the predecessor to the Imperial Empire had so many clone bases spread across a galaxy far, far away.
Hmm. I'll just. No, I don't get it. I kind of wish that when Disney got Star Wars, instead of doing what they did, I wish they would have just started with something fresh, like the idea of Star Wars, but with all new characters. Just start fresh, so they couldn't ruin anything. And instead, they ruined everything.
Yeah, because of course they had to. Because I don't know what on God's green earth made George Lucas trust Kathleen Kennedy to handle the franchise.
Yeah, either do I. I have no
Because
idea why that
like
happened.
like you're bad at your job when you become when you become the punchline of an episode of South Park.
Oh man, there have been many.
Yeah. So um yeah, anyway, so on your table you got the ultra rare dark turquoise brick separator. No lol. Just kidding.
Oh no, no, you want the rare one? I
You
got
know,
the
I've actually got one of the original greys, but if you had, oh, there is the green. There's the green that was only included in the PAL Cinema modular.
I got that. I got all those. I
I
got the
want
old gray.
I want
I
the
got
green
this from something else.
I want the green brick separator so badly. If anyone at Brick Fair, if anyone at Brick Fair Virginia 2026 has one and is going to there, has one in their collection, I would love to trade with you.
Do they not have them on Bricklink? I would think it would be something you could probably get pretty easily. If I find one, I can grab one.
See, I just got so many minifigures that I don't want, and I know that the minifigures I don't want have value, so I end up using that as trade bait whenever
Yeah,
I go to
gotcha.
conventions.
Yeah, that makes sense. Instead of bothering to spend your money, just yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should do that. I
Yeah.
got a lot of Star Wars figures. I got two, three, or even four of, and I do not need them. I should
Hello,
do that.
hello, Country Bricks build craze. Yeah, I really want the green one as well because it was only included in the Palace Cinema modular, and I started collecting the modulars when the Parisian restaurant came out, and I never had an interest in buying the Palace Cinema
It
because
came in one. It came in one other set. It was like a train or something.
maybe it was the red cargo train from 2011, maybe, or maybe it
Yeah,
was the Horizon, or maybe it was the Horizon Express from 2013. I don't know.
I'm actually surprised you don't know. That's that. You're
Yeah,
normally the person to go to for that information, Mayo. Shit.
yeah, all I remember about it is someone once upon a time said on a YouTube video that it's the rarest color of them and that it was available in the Palace
Yeah.
cinema. And I'm sorry, but I really don't like how plain the sides of the Palace Cinema is. The roof line looks really cool, but the plain tan sides is really boring, and that kind of boring sides of modulars is why I like the more ornate styled of the modulars, which is why the Parisian restaurant used to be my favorite modular, and why the two door corner is now my favorite modular.
Yeah, well, the further you go back, some of those modulars, they don't have the interiors. There's a lot of things that, you clearly they got better on as they went.
And I think a lot
Um,
of people have their nostalgia goggles for the cafe corner, and I just don't see it. Which is why I like the greengrocer. But even over time, like within the past year, I think probably because I see it every time I go into my city, I think I now can say that I like the Assembly Square more than the greengrocer. Now, a couple years ago, that would have been sacrilegious of me to say, but I think when the two door corner came out, that kind of changed my perspective of some of the modulars
okay.
for what the potential of the modular building collection can be.
I'm sitting here looking at these. In the U.S., I found one for $4.03.
Yeah, and even the orange ones that they sell at the Lego store cost $3.
Right,
So
right.
it's a dollar above retail to get the green brick separator.
Yeah, I'll get you one. I'll have one with my mouth whenever you come around.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to trade stuff for it. Oops.
You ain't got to trade nothing. I'm not really all that worried about it. I actually want to see if this guy has a few of them. Some of these stores have a few of them. I might get a few myself just so I have them. I think that'd be wild to have 20 of them joints. Oh,
The assembly square is a lot of people's favorite modulars. I I personally rank it fourth because my Mount Rushmore of the modulars after the two-door corner came out was the two-door corner 1, the Parisian Restaurant 2, the Detective's Office 3, the Assembly Square 4, and the Greengrocer 5. And before that, I used to like the Greengrocer more than the Assembly Square. But after the Tudor Corner, after now I ranked it above the Parisian Restaurant, that's when I came to the realization that I actually do like the Assembly Square more than the Greengrocer. So that is my top. So that is my top 5. And if anyone ever wants to tell me what their rankings for all of the modulars ever are, we can do another ranking stream about that shit.
I'd have to go through and check because we don't have all the modulars here. We only have what? 1, 2, 3. Actually, you don't even count this because that's a Marvel set, right? So
yeah, that's not part of not part of the modular building collection. That's a Marvel modular, in the same way that the Ninjago modulars aren't a part of the modular building collection.
Technically, we only got 6 of them. We got Assembly Square, the Jazz Club, Tudor Corner or whatever, the hotel, the book store, this one here, whatever, and then the museum. I know my strip club don't count.
Yeah, the recent modular I built was the Natural History Museum because I saw Jane Briggs reviewing it, and I saw all the interior details inside, and they were so fun to build.
I would like. I've seen some people do it. I would like to get another one of these Chinese New Year sets and double that up. Have you seen them do it with these? They're very lively. They got a lot of stuff going on with these builds. And when you get a second copy of them, you don't need to, a second flight of stairs and all that. So you really will have a lot of room to do something with if you mess with it.
Yeah, because when I talk about the ornate architecture of sets, the Chinese New Year family reunion with its ornateness is probably why that's my favorite of the Chinese New Year sets ever. Because like the ornate architecture of that reminds me of what I like most about the Ninjago theme and the Monkey Kid theme. I am a sucker for the ornate architecture, which is why the Two-Door Corner and the Parisian Restaurant are my 2 favorite modulars.
Okay.
So that family reunion that you expanded, that's a really good set.
Yeah, well, I want to expand it. I haven't yet.
Oh,
I also want to expand the Friends. What is that? The Botanical Gardens or whatever. So I had gotten this. I was pulling this out. I did get a second copy of that set, but then they came out with that nice big one.
Yeah. Also, hello, RC, saying hello to the both of us. Country says the Detective's Office is the other modular I put up there with the Assembly Square. Yep, I'm a sucker for, when I think of the masonry brick as a part type, I think of the Detective's Office modular. And the 1x2 masonry brick is in my top 5 pieces of all time. And Hoarder 66 knows when I went to the Lego store, went to the pab wall, and found a whole bunch of the 1x2 and the 1x4 of the masonry, because he's gone and bought the same at his pab wall. They're so goddamn useful for building mocks. And when I think of the masonry brick, I think
Have you got that yet?
The Pentagon 2x3 towers. No. But
Just letting you know.
Yeah, but when I think of the masonry brick, I think of the detective's office modular, which is why it has to be on my Mount Rushmore of modulars. I've got the white versions of those, and the tan. I don't have grey, so I'm jealous of your grey.
Well, all right. So, dude, this is my favorite part of my Lego collection is the fact that I got the 1x2s, the 1x4s, and then the 1x2s. Not many 1x4s with a dark gray yet.
No,
1x2 and 1x4 medium nougat. You see, I got the white 1x2s and tan 1x4s. I don't have 1x2s of this or 1x4s of that.
now I'm not. Oh yeah, you got you got you got the lavender purple ones down there. Oh, you've also got some of the olive green. I wish I had
Yeah.
more of the olive green. Also, RC just got
They're on my wall right now. They're at the pad wall right now, man.
and also RC got the Gizmo set from Target. I hope you enjoy that set. Also, RC, if you're not doing anything right now, we got the invite in the jungle group chat. If anyone wants to come on.
It's only 11 o'clock Eastern. Everybody should join.
Oh, that's a good one. Whoa, I just got an email. Let me check this very quickly. What did this email say?
This is I was trying to build something for cows and their challenge. But I never got any further.
Yes, yeah. Actually, that's a That's a segue because I want everyone to go onto. I want everyone to go onto Instagram. And there's a post that Brick Together, Click Together made. I'm just gonna search for my Instagram. From my close friend account because I put out a story on @real_Mayo there's a link to their post. I'm entry 4 in their contest. So if y'all want to see me, well, if y'all want to see my submission progress further in their contest, please go vote for entry 4 as one of your 4 picks on there. I'll actually go get the link to their post right now, and I'll share the thing on screen so everyone can see what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be so much easier if you just posted it in the comments. Everybody could just
Yeah.
click on it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Go vote for my mock in this contest with the link for that post on Instagram. And I'm gonna try and zoom in just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna scroll to entry 4, and that's my mock. And I also uploaded a video about the one on the bottom right corner today. So I'd gladly appreciate it if you can not only vote for entry 4 in this contest on Instagram, but also watch my video about it that I uploaded 6 hours ago. You can add that to your watch later list. Because these 2 minifigure habitats were really fun to put together. Halloween, spooky season, October is probably my favorite time of the year to build mocks because there's so many cool spooky mocks you can make with Lego. Just like how so many people get enjoyment out of building stuff for the winter holidays.
You're not right next to those right now, are you? To where you could just stick it up on screen? Because they're like really small on there. It's hard for me to see.
I actually, I actually got both of them on my bed head right now because that's where I filmed the videos about these minifigure habitats. Is behind my bed. There's a bed head, and um, and it's white, and my walls are white, so we get the white void, and the minifigure habitats are so small that I'm able to put my camera up in there and I'm able to film there. So I'm going to stop this share. So I'm going to stop this share screen now, and I'm actually going to turn on my camera. There's the gargoyle's bedroom, which I made a video about last week.
I need to get that figure.
And this is the ghost chained up, which I uploaded a video about today. And both of these both of these minifigs are from series 14 collectible minifigs.
I've never seen that ghost before. I've seen the bottom piece of it. I've never seen that face. That's like
And
the Scream movie type of face.
yes. And these two minifigure habitats are designed to go together in a half room formation.
Oh, okay. Okay. You know, I just recently found out from I'm not into Pokemon, but I've recently found out that the backgrounds of Pokemon cards, like if you cut them out, different cards go next to one another.
Yes.
Like it's all part of the same picture.
Yeah. And you know what?
I never knew that.
And you know what? I don't think I've ever asked you this, but what's your favorite Star Wars battle pack?
My favorite Star Wars battle pack. Shit. Probably the one. Where is it? I would say the one. Where the hell are they? The one that comes with this guy. It was him, and then it comes with that ARF trooper there, the red ARF trooper, and two droids, I guess. I don't know. I like any of them. They're all good. I have some of I have some of all of them, as you can tell.
Thank you very much for voting on that, RC.
These ones were good. I like these kind, but these things weren't. They're not real. They're like just a made up thing. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the purple clones, but they didn't come in a battle pack. Oh,
And if
you know what?
Yeah.
212.
Nice.
That's my favorite battle pack. The 212.
The 212. And if it wasn't obvious, my favorite battle pack is the avatar I'm using right now.
Oh, okay.
The original Stormtrooper battle pack from 2008. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Star Wars battle pack. That's the 20th anniversary updated version.
Right. Ooh. I still got this case I'm pissed off with. I should sell it.
Because
I don't know why
the brick
it's
show
the one. Yeah, it's the one that they only had 6 spots before they knew it was 7 figures that go in there. And it sucks because I got number 1. But it's number 1 of like something that I don't care to have because it doesn't hold enough figures.
Yeah, that's what happens when a third party company tries to make merchandise that's to be compatible with 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 a mainstream company that can be indecisive about the products they want to sell to the public. Lego, brick shell, ACOB. And thank you for voting as well, Contra. We all appreciate the votes. I know my mock isn't as good as others, but I appreciate the votes nonetheless. I'm not expecting to win their contest or anything. I just like to see the community engagement, because if the community engagement, it didn't bring me any joy, I would have never come back to YouTube in August of 2020. That was a part of the Boxer Boy set, right?
This came with this first one, yeah.
Yes. And that's because Brent is a collector of the Pokemon cards.
All right, and then the second one came with the Duck Bricks concert ticket, because it was supposed to be a concert with them on there from Brick Fair, Chicago, or from Chicago.
And also, I'm not sure if I've ever said it somewhere, but we recently passed 350 followers on Instagram. So thank you, everybody. We're at 357 right now. The next goal is 400. And hopefully one day I'll have more people following than the amount of things I've posted. And I've kind of manipulated the post number, because there's a way, because if you remove reels from what's the option, if you remove reels from your main grid, they don't count as posts. So I'm not sure if anyone who uses Instagram knows that or not.
I don't know. You might know this information, Mayo, because I'm not good at technology at all. I've told you this a million times before.
Yes.
I finally got the cable, like the TV cable and the internet cable and everything. I got it into this room. I got the cable box in here, right? I got my TV hooked up. That all works. I have an internet cable laying down here, right? So I want to hardwire my laptop. And this is probably going to sound really stupid to anybody, but except for me. But when I go to do that, I know I have to switch something for the internet. When I go to do that, do you think you could help me with that?
And you're trying to plug in a router to your Ethernet cables.
Yeah, like I know, like downstairs I have it hardwired. I just want to have this one hardwired, because if I use Wi-Fi, then there's a chance that, like, if I try to stream through this, that I'm going to cut in and out, and I'm trying to just avoid that altogether. But I don't know. This might sound stupid. I'm really bad with technology, though. So, like, once I connect it, it doesn't just click over. You have to go through the settings and shit, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, because
But
if you're
you
trying
might
to,
know what you're doing, though.
yeah, because if you're trying to install a new router, then there would be fiber cables that run from the grid out on the street to your house, and a lot of the fiber cables go to where people's phone boxes used to be for their landline phones. That's often where the fiber
Right.
cables are. And so wherever the fiber cables come up through the foundation of your house, you gotta get a technician to or you got to get tech support to understand which of the holes in a router you got to connect the fiber cables to, and then once you install that, then you're able to connect Ethernet cables to a router so that you can run the Ethernet cables wherever in the house and have a computer or whatever that's not dependent on a Wi-Fi signal. Because when you have a router somewhere, you can get the Wi-Fi more easily in the room where that router is. But the only reason that you want to run Ethernet cables everywhere is because you know that you know that the frequency of the Wi-Fi from that router won't be transmitted throughout your whole property.
Well, yeah, like, all right, so what you're talking about, the fiber optics comes in, right? It comes in right in my living room downstairs, right below
Yes,
this Lego room.
yeah, and
It
you
comes
got
in, and then from there, it splits and goes to all the cable boxes, or what I call them cable box, for cable TV or whatever. It
yeah,
comes in, or Verizon Fios TV. So it all
yeah,
comes in, and it splits off to those. Now, the one in my kitchen that has like the little office over there, that's where the one router is. That's all hooked up. That computer's good, and it has Wi-Fi coming out from there. But if I hook this up here just to the Wi-Fi and it cuts out, then it screws everything up. So I'd rather, since I have a box up here, if I can hardwire it straight to that box, like the router is downstairs, if I can do that, I don't need a router up here. Like, I don't need Wi-Fi up here. I just need the hardwire. You know what I mean? I think. So
yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna try it.
Well, if you've got the fiber optic cables that go to multiple places in your house, then wherever that box is, if it's built right, there should be a plug in that box where you can plug either to an adapter that goes from fiber to Ethernet, or as what the internet companies expect regular people to do will be to just connect it to to a router, because I'm pretty sure they do make adapters to go straight from the fiber optic cables to an Ethernet cable.
Well, if I can do it with that cable, because all right, so the cable from downstairs comes in here into the box, right? So I get the
Yeah,
TV signal. It has a spot to plug in this wire, so I have that plugged in.
yeah,
That can plug in right here on the computer.
yeah,
However, once I do that, it still doesn't do anything. I know I have to go into settings and change it, but I am so bad with it. I'm afraid if I go in there and click something, I'm a fried computer. Like, I am that bad with this shit.
yeah.
But I don't know.
I think what you have to do on the computer itself is you have to go to the internet settings and select for the Ethernet cable rather than a Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah, I don't know what that, like, how to go about doing that. That's the problem I'm gonna have. So I'm not doing it right now. But maybe if you're awake, I don't know, at a better day. It's really late for me now. It's 11:20 here. But
Yeah,
maybe at a different time, if you're available one day, I'll ask you to go over with me or something.
yeah. Probably sometime around Thanksgiving is when I'll probably be available.
That's good. I'm not gonna get to it before then anyway. Like I said, I'm horrible with technology. I'm not in any rush.
Yeah, well, if you're able to connect the Ethernet cables, but you're still not getting a connection on your computer, then it's probably to do with the internet settings on your computer that's trying to identify a Wi-Fi signal rather than an Ethernet cable.
Right. That's exactly my problem. Right. Because it
Yeah.
does say I have the Wi-Fi. I don't know how to switch it though. I
Yeah,
have no
because
idea.
yeah, because yeah, because sometimes a router wants to do a reboot, and our house is small enough that we don't need Ethernet cables, and so sometimes
Okay.
when the router tries to recalibrate or whatever, the Wi-Fi signal drops out, and we have to go into the internet settings of our devices to reconnect to the Wi-Fi signal when the router is recalibrating. And so it's probably a combination of not identifying the Ethernet cable versus a Wi-Fi signal, and probably a recalibration issue.
Yeah. You see, you already sound like you know what you're doing well more than I do.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah, and the only reason I know about this stuff is because we've called tech support to figure out what the fuck we're doing, because we've been plagued by bad technology from 2005 to 2015.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay.
Because once upon a time we had capped internet usage, and then we decided, you know what, we're growing up as a family, the times are changing. So I remember when I first used internet as a household, we were capped at 5 gigs, and then we upgraded to 50. But the problem we always ran into is we would always reach our cap, and so we decided, you know what, we don't want to be capped anymore, so we're going to pay for unlimited. And then we realized how bad the internet download and upload speed in our country was, because I'll tell you what, when I was uploading videos off of Windows Movie Maker in 2014, when I was trying to render and upload a 5 minute video, um, the ADSL cables that our country used to use, that shit would take me 8 hours just to upload a 5 minute video.
Oh
Now,
crap.
now, now with the technology we possess now, it only takes me half an hour to upload a 10-minute video. So yeah, that's how much technology has changed in the past 10 years, let alone the part, well, let alone the whole of the 21st century.
Right.
And so, because of all of those trials and tribulations, I've had to learn on the spot, which is why I'd be able to help you with some of that stuff. I got a hair on my tongue. That's annoying.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
Better on your tongue than in your eye.
Yes. Anyway, that's an unfinished mock. What is it supposed to be?
I'm not sure yet. Okay, so when I was originally making it, I was just had that scene that this is Sparta. That scene was in my head originally, and so I like made a death pit, and then it just kind of grew from there. So, um, I don't know what else to do with it. I want to do something scary going on up here. Amara was here. She decided to put welcome mats at the door. I guess.
Because that kind of looks like, so just by me staring at that, I like to think of it as an abandoned building, and one died in there. So now it's haunted, and the only reason outsiders would go inside of that building is because there's an object that people need to access inside of that building,
Oh,
and maybe it's
now it
something.
sounds like a video game.
Maybe it's something of cultural significance to their area. I don't know. I just think of some of the scary movies of all of the crazy reasons people go inside of abandoned buildings.
Because it smells like weapon.
That's custom printed from Hauling and Bowling.
Yeah, Thick sent that to me a month ago.
Yeah, I remember when they were selling "Smells Like Lepin" T-shirts.
Yeah, he was telling everybody he was selling them, and then he just asked me where I wanted mine sent. I was like, I didn't buy one. He was like, Nah, you're good. And I was like, shit, send it to him.
Yeah, because he ended up printing the "Smells Like Lepin" logo onto plain minifigure torsos, and he used them um um as giveaway bait on some of his social media on
Dude,
minifigure torsos.
it's a pretty nice print. I mean, it's not pad printed. It's UV printed. You feel it,
Yeah,
but it
because
looks great.
yeah, because Stud Sidious has ingrained in my skull the quality differences between pad printing and UV printing.
You see this headpiece? They have they got a set out now. I forget what set it is. Is it a Lilo and Stitch set? Some set. It's like toes. This headpiece. It comes in a different color, or maybe even this color, for toes or something. And it used to be $12 for a minifig for one of the DC villains had it, and it was a $12 part.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't believe I spent like 6 or 7 on it, and now it's out, and it's going to be so much cheaper. God, that pisses me off. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm glad because now I can get them for cheaper, but it pisses me off that I spent that money for it originally.
I I never thought I'd spend $10 on a minifigure ever again, but that's what I'm thinking about paying to get the collectible minifigure version of the Bat Lord. There's a Bricklink seller in Australia that has it for sale, and so I'm trying to put together a cart to justify paying for the shipping.
What are you trying to get?
And let me find it. It's the Lego CMF a Bat
This
Lord.
one?
I think it's from Series 25.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got them right here, man. This one.
yeah. There's a guy in Australia that's selling it for only I think $9 equivalent.
Oh yeah, definitely get it.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you don't got that. How do
and that's
you of all things?
and that's the cheapest. Because I didn't end up I didn't end up getting any of the CMFs from Series 25 for whatever reason. Hello, Britain. We're just about to end this stream. We've just been talking about random stuff for the past 89 minutes. We're about to go because it's late over there in the US and I've got other stuff to do today. So where can we find you on social media, Hoarder?
Uh, oh shit! Honestly, man, I don't even know what all my things are because I never tell anybody what they are. I couldn't even begin to say. I'm on Instagram. That's all I know. I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to go back and hear all of the stuff that we rambled on about, you can watch this stream as a part of the replay gang. So thanks for watching. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'm not sure if my next stream is going to be another minifigure a two-parter with Heather, or if I'm going to do something on my own. I'm starting a new series going through what I consider the golden age of Lego. So I'll see you on one of those streams. And please, if you want to support some of the stuff I've been doing recently, go watch videos in my minifigure habitat playlist. So I'll see you on my next stream, either one of those stream series, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye,
Bye,
everybody.
all.
Goodbye.